What we got wrong about Caitlin Clark. There is one thing I got wrong, or at least vastly underestimated, about Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA. There is also one thing that I think almost everyone got wrong about the WNBA's reaction to Caitlin Clark and her impact on the league. The WNBA playoffs begin Sunday. Clark's Indiana Fever are tentatively scheduled to take on the Connecticut Sun in a best-of-3 series. Historically, the league has struggled to garner ratings or attention outside of hardcore fans, especially when facing competition from pro and college football. Last year's finals averaged just 728,000 viewers on ESPN, actually up more than 30%, but still a paltry number. The playoffs in general averaged just 470,000 viewers. Was her arrival following a legendary and legendarily popular career at the University of Iowa going to bring in extra attention and some new fans? Absolutely. Clark is one of the most popular athletes in America. TV ratings, media attention, jersey sales, and so on were going to pop. That said, interest at one level of the sport doesn't always equate to interest at the next level or a different level. The United States women's national soccer team has come off of World Cups and Olympic golds with lots of momentum and mega-famous stars. Alex Morgan, Hope Solo, Carly Lloyd, etc. Yet the impact on the National Women's Soccer League has been a bounce, not a sustained spike. While Clark's style of play was crowd-pleasing, she also benefited from some built-in factors. First off, Iowa has a much larger fan base than any WNBA team, so she didn't need to create Hawkeye fans when she arrived in Iowa City. She just needed to get a higher percentage of Hawkeye fans to care about women's basketball. Secondly, most of her biggest games came against equally or even more popular teams: Ohio State, Indiana, Connecticut, LSU, South Carolina, and so on. Clark and Iowa became an event wherever they went. That's different from night in, night out interest. Then there was the draw of the NCAA tournament, the brackets, the one and done, the timing in March/April when the country dials in on hoops. The women's final for always outrates the WNBA. The 2024 national title game between Iowa and South Carolina drew an astounding 18.9 million viewers. But how many of them would follow Clark through a prolonged regular season in the WNBA without the drama of March Madness? Would they watch some humdrum July game? Well, a heck of a lot of them did. The ratings growth for the WNBA this year was almost unfathomable. ESPN reports that it averaged 1.2 million viewers for its games, up from 440,000 a year prior. By comparison, the NBA's average rating last season for games on ESPN and TNT was 1.56 million. Some 3.44 million watched the WNBA All-Star Game versus 5.5 million for the NBA All-Star Game. The Fever alone garnered 5 games with more than 2 million viewers and 18 with more than 1 million. This wasn't just Sunday afternoons on ABC either. A Friday night game on August 30th against Chicago drew 1.6 million to ION, easily the largest audience in the low-profile cable network's history. 2 games on NBA TV recorded 600,000 or more viewers. The Clark fans came and didn't leave. They followed every game. Some of them, no doubt, began watching other teams as well. Yes, Clark was the main draw, but more people today know the brilliance of Aja Wilson and Breanna Stewart than they did a year ago. It suggests that while Fever playoff ratings could set new records, there may be a sustained and extended boost for all postseason games that goes far beyond any reasonable expectation, mine in particular, of what Clark was going to deliver. Now, to the part that seemed to trouble the league and many of its fans. Clark demanded huge attention and sellouts everywhere she went. With it came some understandable resentment from the returning players and many longtime fans. There were endless complaints that the WNBA's players and coaches should embrace and thank Clark for what she was doing for the league. Yet in having so many pushback, or sometimes literally push her down, the league became even more interesting. The best thing that happened for everyone was the cold shoulders and hard fouls, the Olympic snub, and Cheryl Swoops and TV commentators seemingly dismissing her game. The more heat came on Clark, the more her fans and all fans had reason to tune in to see how she would respond. Rivalries are great for sports. Controversies sell. If Clark had been hugged and accepted and heralded, the 2024 season would have lacked the spice that has made it an even more intriguing follow. Clark slowly adjusted to the physicality of the WNBA while her teammates adjusted to her style of play. She enters the playoffs as arguably a top 5 player in the league and is now regularly scoring 25 or 30 points a game while hitting logo threes and tossing length of the court passes. That's what drew so many to her in the first place. No, there probably won't be a playoff game that hits 18.9 million viewers, but Caitlin Clark hasn't just smashed expected popularity levels as a rookie. The resistance to her and her success helped her in that pursuit. Now let's see today's match. Washington Mystics versus Indiana Fever WNBA.
Home for sure. The two Sissoko Stevens and Trevor Van Loo. That one doesn't go. Clark here coming off of a 35-point performance in the last game. Appreciate you joining us if you're in the car or on the move or even at home listening on WT.
Down here in the district outside of Capital One Arena, so
Her last 6, shooting nearly 60%.
well, enter in the league, so she has really developed. You gotta take a look at Caitlin Clark right there, who missed that shot of that when she's moving to her right. When she's going to her left, you know she loves that slot of their offense comes from the bench, which is also first.
League made them not look like that.
Yeah, when it's 34% of your offense.
Over to Van Loo. Dolson will take again. That one front wrist.
1 of 12 in the last 2.
And Smith back the other way. Send Smith 2
on time. She leads the WNBA with 8 assists per game as a
56% free throw shooter, but makes both of them here
to start the season. And also Leah Edwards marked off the list of participants.
Smith attacks on that pass fake. That dribble, little hesitation. Drops it. Dolson. That one. Clark. Deep 3.
A huge 11-0 lead out of the gates. She has a height advantage on the perimeter as well most times.
I'll come out of that timeout. Going to be called on Lexi.
Tripping over her foot. And she's trying to get herself back in a good rhythm.
Mitchell got behind her on
get things done. 2 times she scored over 30.
Here she is again, now attacking Atkins, lays that one up, and Mitchell is back into the play now. Here's Engsler. That one was DC. Here's Clark. That one
couldn't find the bottom.
On the rebound, though, they're going to wave it off.
Slithery and find a little gap of
Boston. And now Boston's going to get whistled for an offensive foul.
Going to get Ariel Atkins activated off that hammer action. Coming off of that screen on the weak side. Then they re-screen it.
Dolson keeping it alive. Volleyball swatted, though. Doubled. And still gets that to draw. Kone running the floor. Count the bucket.
For like 10 minutes, it seemed like real time. Big time. And it's the energy with her for me.
I mean, her deal. Going back the other way for Washington. Got that to go.
Nicely executed in the open floor. The 2 defenders lurking.
Kone got a seal inside. They try to go to her, but it's pick and roll. Here's Smith. Short off the jumper on that one. Samuelson 3. That one's short. And it's different with how they
right in and spray out from Boston to anyone on the outside.
Hall with the steal. Left the layup short. Left open. Gets the Wheeler jumper. That snaps an 8. She gets the drop.
Looked like 10 times.
Wheeler jumper to the low. Kicks it. Kone.
Have to break. You need to stay aggressive. Roll right there from the elbow attack.
And she has continued to be one of the best in the league off the bench, Christy.
On both sides of the court, you have a winner. And she is
Dantas and Katie Lou Samuelson into the ball game for Indiana. Wheeler
with that arm bar, but she didn't extend like the Heisman move, but almost. Watching the floor, making proper reads.
Dantas, the fader off 1 foot. Little hesitation, flips that up. All around the
A lot of it has been due to the fact that they've been able to attack the basket.
Will now go to Washington. They'll have 21.9 on the clock to work with. Angsler now, 4 seconds, lets it fly. Cashes in
the call.
Wheeler from half. Does not go in the mid.
WNBA, in terms of their bench production.
Great pick tackle. Here's Boston. Foul line jumper goes. That's in her shot clock. Angsler attacking. Got by Boston. Lays it up and in. Hitting Lou Samuelson jumper. Does not give out. Walker kick. Dantes takes the lead right back. Melbourne tracking it down. Reset. Angsler 3. That goes.
The second opportunity and the kick out as Indiana turns it over.
Goes back the other way. Doesn't get the help there from Samuelson. Kick out to Dantes. That one doesn't go. Whip out. Walker Kimbrough. Doesn't go. Mel to the foul line extended area. It's also a fantastic pass from Melbourne.
Come on. That's a tough one.
She got returns for Indiana.
And now watch the defense.
Dantes, short jumper. Doesn't go. Angsler the rebound. Only in this ball game. In the corner, Walker Kimbrough hits it.
Major impact. 10 points for her. 4-5 shooting. On balance and change speeds.
Kone on the reset.
We got to throw a bounce pass into her. Defender was sitting.
President Vincent, I'll kick it over to you. There's so much alumni.
Just for our universities and everything that we do.
Guys, we got to pump up this game a little bit. Who wins?
Well, I'll do University of no Pirates.
Guys, thanks so much for your time. Have so.
Yeah, it's always fun. And I went to Maryland. Conversation could have gone on and on with our Meg McDonald.
I went last year because our friend Tiffany Green was calling the game of the halftime show between the two bands. As they're going to get a whistle and a foul.
And she pushed off on Caitlin. There's always a blast. But for Washington, their team, for 23%. So that just speaks to the value. Especially Shatori Walker-Kimbrough, and too bad shooter.
Dolson whistled for the foul, her second of the ball game. So both Dolson.
Right, and then Aaliyah Edwards, the rookie,
was an issue against New York on Tuesday. Samuelson got that jump.
Like to run that two-player action.
In the corner, it's Wallace. She's fever. Atkins answers with a 3.
Needed it.
Boston, short jumper goes for her.
During her junior season.
And right now, the dream with the updates throughout. Wow, you're just joining us, right? To all 3 teams.
Absolutely, and that's a big leap.
Little hesitation, gets into the paint. Jumper doesn't bounce. Wallace attacking. Steps into the paint, kisses.
Or else she would have been able to wall her up right there.
Sykes getting downhill to get herself going, Christy.
Well, that's what she did to start the game, and she got
39 lead here. As Julie Van Loo is going to...
You know that there's going to be a dribble drive coming right at you. And try to cut her off, get to where she's going.
Wallace, Chicago, and Connecticut. Atkins adds to this one.
And they have been doing a great job of putting Indiana in rotation. Nice passing and making plays like that, then making shots herself. Rachel Richards held her back.
Atkins off the steal on the bucket.
90 taking candy from a baby and getting that floater to drop.
Under a minute to go. Van Loo off the kick to Atkins. Got it.
The Atkins on the wing.
Jumper from Clark doesn't go. Loose ball. The runner doesn't get the bounce on that. Hall doesn't go. And Andrew, Caleb, Latoya, thank you for your assistance all season on the bounce. Extra one to Angsler. Flips that up.
And that was behind her to haul it in.
Dolson with the rebound. Smith on the pump fake, double clutch, and the finish.
Hello. Since we're taking full advantage of the opportunity. And offensive.
Boston. Got that up over Atkins.
Yeah,
Atkins. She hits it.
How clean was that? Blistering the nets from 3, 4 of 6.
14 points on the ball game. A whistle and a foul. Wheeler tried to attack.
And scored 2 out of 2 from the floor. So,
Deflected out of bounds.
Nice here. That's what they like to do, like to work out of that high post area. Sitting on the slip.
Atkins got that one to go.
Opened up this league now because of solid defense. Drift left when she pulls those triples. Golson was waiting right there with two high hands.
Sykes goes downhill, lays it up and in. Top. Mystics right now 2-29.
Well, they've played some incredible defense, and then they're blitzing right there on Clark, making her be a facilitator.
2 seconds on the clock. Wheeler has to put it up and connects.
From range is Wheeler.
Sykes in the paint, couldn't get that to fall. 4:52, Washington with the lead. Drop off to Smith.
Phoenix championship team back in 2019 for the Phoenix Mercury.
Bodying down with Smith, waited on the pump fake and will head to the free throw line.
Has been dominating the floor. She has 4.
Back Benley. Jumper doesn't go. Sykes with rebounds. Sykes attacking. Finish. Foul. Shatori Walker-Kimbrough. Sika Kone
closing the gap.
Back Benley gets the finish.
Especially to shore up their bench production for Indiana.
Pass fake. Attacking. Couldn't get that one to go.
For Washington.
Kone got this one to go. 71-57 lead. Doesn't go. Sykes, big rebound, and is fouled. Angsler. That one's off the mark. It was bound to happen at least once.
Hey, listen, that's not the first time. Carly Lou
has it blocked. Does Katie Lou. Kone attacking. Count the bucket and the foul. Should Sutton into the ball game. Kone putting a Dantis inside. Drops it off. Back Benley. Reverse layup. Nice big effortlessly. Walker-Kimbrough high off the window. Step through. Hook shot does not go. Katie Lou fighting with 6 lead right now in the third quarter for Atlanta.
Oh boy.
The starters are playing for
they
New
are.
York. Christy Wallace knocks that.
WNBA, but you have New York playing with a full deck.
And go. Kone, offensive board and finish. Is to beat, does, and the finish.
38 bench points now for the Mystics.
Dantis to Samuelson, over to Samuelson. And a whistle and a foul.
Well, she's earning trust. She played almost 24 minutes against New York.
And they're going to say travel. Close out this third quarter.
And they were playing walk it out right
floor here to start this fourth quarter. Melvin comes up with the loose. Kone running the floor, has it deflected though. It will stay with Washington. Turnover there. Here's Samuelson for Indiana.
But flip that over in Indiana. They've turned it over 15 times. Washington, big difference as well.
Kone with the rebound. Kimbrough, she'll take. Doesn't go. Loose ball. Kone Dantis off the pump fake. And Kone's going to get whistled for the... Dantis splits the pair. Sutton. Off the screen from Kone. Rises, fires, could not connect.
To one another, and they've been great on the glass. That has been forced turnovers.
Carly Samuelson able to deflect
on that one.
Wallace got that up over Melvin. Inside, Kone. You need a bucket? Go to
in position to score free and easy down inside.
For Kimbrough running the floor. Reverse layup, too strong on it. Up the floor, Benley finishes.
There bench production once again.
Dantis threes off the mark. Sykes spins on Burton. Couldn't get that to drop. Area. Samuelson the three for Indiana. Much. That bounce pass had a little too off the pump fake. Side step three, that falls. Back to back.
As she drifted to the left to drain that three.
Now, off the mark. And a loose ball's
out close game.
Dantis, top the P3, doesn't go. Working off Angsler. Attacking. So Sykes at the line. The challenge technically was success. Don't get the ball back. As Katie Lou will head to the
Be matched up with, whether it's the Las Vegas Aces.
availability. And she said it's one of those weird situations where we
Absolutely.
Angsler splashes in a three. She was ready for that one.
I think maybe they're trying to rest her for the playoffs.
Taria Saxton is into the ballgame for the first time. Vanderloo Mitchell was okay to return to the bench as the ball. Wallace jumper does not go. Kone with the rebound.
Oh, good when you're a hooper. You've done your job to box out. Now snatch it. Oh.
Wait, now Berger. Little flip shot drop.
They come up with on the other side. Washington
attacking. Tried to drop that into Kone. Taken away up the floor and turns it over. Attacks her. High off the window. Too strong. Samuel Elvin. Her three goes. And it's on the shot clock into Saxton. Got the finish. A nice pump fake. Went up strong. Doesn't get the finish on that. 10. Saxton three. She hit. Three. Doesn't go. Saxton the rebound. Wallace attacking and the finish.
So they did what they needed.
Walker Kimbrough. Had it strip side. Saxton. Left it short. Back tap. Meldon. Doesn't get the bounce on that. 12 on the clock. Katie Lou. Close out by 3 seconds. Berger. Pull up. Off the
Like and subscribe, The Facts Drone.